Good morning TRS School, Miss Kazuki here, wishing you a very, very happy World Book Day. And you find me here in our school library, appreciating all of the books that we have on offer for students here. World Book Day is one of my favourite days of the year for a number of reasons. One, because it celebrates everything to do with books and reading, which was one of my passions and why I decided to become an English teacher, but also because students across the country are being issued with these book tokens. Now, these book tokens are really special because they allow you to walk into a supermarket or one of the participating stores and pick up a book for free. Now, there are some £1 books that have been specially written for World Book Day by a variety of authors and publishers, and those are priced at £1. So if you take this book token into a participating supermarket, you'll be able to get that book for free. If you fancy having £1 off another book of your choice, you can also take this in and exchange it for a discounted price on your book, so £1 off. These book tokens are really great as well because there's a competition to enter. And I would say that there's not going to be a lot of students across the country who are going to take the time to read the small print. So those students from our school that participate in this competition have got a really fantastic chance of winning. And there's lots of things to be won here, lots of Harry Potter goodies, lots of book related goodies. So I strongly encourage you to enter this competition. Now, this year for World Book Day, we thought that we would like to look back on some of the things that we've done in the past. And one of the most popular of those was last year when we did the Masked Reader. So the Masked Reader is back this year. And in a moment, I'm going to introduce some of your teachers who have very kindly participated in this year's Masked Reader. And they're going to be reading to you from a selection of their favourite books. Now, they are disguised. Some of them have disguised their voices. Some of them have disguised their faces. And it is your job today and over the next few days to try to work out who these teachers are. Now, they're from a variety of different subjects, and there are lots and lots of clues included in the video to help you to guess who they are. Now, what's really, really exciting is that we're going to be launching a competition this year. So I have a brand new Kindle Fire in my office ready to be won by one student in the school. So all you need to do to enter this competition is you need to guess correctly who the masked readers are, who is behind the mask. You need 6 correct guesses, and you need to submit your answers on your sheet that's been put in your pigeonhole and been given to you by your tutor this morning, and pop it into the collection box that will be near reception either today or tomorrow. You've got 2 days to try and work it out. And what I will do on Friday afternoon is look through all of the entries, work out who's got the most right, and I will pick one of those respondents out of the hat. And I will announce the winner on next week as part of a tutor time once that I've worked out who's won that prize. So if you would like the opportunity to win a brand new Kindle Fire, participate today. The clues will also be up in the canteen, so you're able to go and have a look at the pictures again, and we'll make the video available to you so that you can participate at home, and maybe some of your parents might be able to help if they know some of these teachers and help you with some of the clues. So without further ado, I'd like to thank all of the teachers who participated today and introduce you to this year's Masked Reader.
Lyra and her demon moved through the darkening hall, taking care to stay to one side, out of sight of the kitchens.
Mrs. Twit was no better than her husband. She did not, of course, have a hairy face. It was a pity she didn't, because that, at any rate, would have hidden some of her fearful ugliness. Take a look at her. Have you ever seen a woman with an uglier face than that? I doubt it. But the funny thing is that Mrs. Twit wasn't born ugly. She had quite a nice face when she was young. The ugliness had grown upon her year by year as she got older. Why would that happen? I'll tell you why. If a person has ugly thoughts, it begins to show on their face. And when that person has ugly thoughts every day, every week, every year, the face gets uglier and uglier until it gets so ugly you can hardly bear to look at it. A person who has good thoughts cannot even be ugly. You could have a wonky nose and a crooked mouth and a double chin and sticky out teeth, but if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely.
Well, in the Moroccan Islands, a top secret US government-sponsored undersea lab conducting vital biomedical research on a rare jellyfish known as the blue medusa suddenly disappeared. At the same time, off Bermuda, a bathysphere is attacked by an undersea vehicle. Stranded half a mile below the surface, its passengers, including Zavala, are left to die. Only Kurt Austin, the heroic operative of Numa, can save his best friend and recover the antidote to save the world.
Mrs. Pig was very tired. "Oh dear," she said to her 3 little pigs, "I can't do this work any more. I'm afraid you must leave home and make your own way into the world." So the little pigs set off. The first little pig met a man carrying a bundle of straw. "Excuse me," said the first little pig politely, "would you please sell me some of your straw so I can make a house?" The man readily agreed, and the first little pig went off to find a good place to build his house.
Hello boys and girls, I'm going to be reading you a story today. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Tracy Beaker. That sounds a bit stupid, like the start of a soppy fairy story. I can't stand fairy stories, they're all the same. If you're very good and very beautiful with long golden curls, and after sweeping up a few cinders or having a long kip in a cobwebby place, this prince comes along and you live happily ever after. Which is fine if you happen to be goody-goody and look gorgeous, but if you're bad and ugly, then you've got no chance whatsoever. You get given a silly name like Rumpelstiltskin, and nobody invites you to their party, and no one's ever grateful even when you do them a whopping great favour. So of course you get a bit cheesed off with this sort of treatment. You stamp your feet in a rage and you fall right through the floorboards, or you scream yourself into a frenzy and you get locked up in a tower and they throw away the key. Oh, I wonder who I am.
Johnny never knew for certain why he started seeing the dead. The alderman said it was probably because he was too lazy not to. Most people's minds don't let them see things that might upset them, he said. The alderman said he should know if anyone did because he'd spent his whole life, 1822 to 1906, not seeing things. Wobbler Johnson, who was technically Johnny's best friend, said it was because he was mental. But Yoles, who read medical books, said it was probably because he couldn't focus his mind like normal people. Normal people just ignored almost everything that was going on around them so that they could concentrate on important things like, well, getting up, going to the lavatory and getting on with their lives,